Hi everyone, I'm recording something today which is about fear of not meeting someone's expectations. Now traditionally this is often from an employee's point of view about concerns whether or not they're going to be meeting the expectation of their boss. And believe me, I understand this only too well, but also a boss can feel this with a stakeholder, or possibly if they've taken, some kind of investment in the business, there's nearly always someone that they feel particularly accountable to. This can be tricky for them as well. Now, first of all, I think I want to make a constructive comment. Fear is the stress response and it's in the body for a very viable reason, but if it's over-alerted and overactive, it really can make you feel very anxious or anxious all of the time. So it's pretty important to recognize that whilst fear has its purpose, fear is not fact. So your anticipation that the meeting is going to cover negatives may not be true. And I think you want to look at track record of previous meetings. Have they always had to run around something that hasn't gone well? And if that's the case, then wrap that in as a comment regarding expectations. Could I please point out that these meetings often cover things I have done that make me feel quite negative as I leave? Could we do these a different way? There's nothing wrong with you being able to give appropriate feedback that says, do you know what? There's actually a way I respond better, and I'd like to suggest what this is. Now, if you're nervous about doing that, accept the fact that the meeting has been called and therefore you're going to be coming in and you're going to be talking about yourself, for example, performance review. Trust me when I say nobody ever likes performance reviews. Everybody finds these complicated, technically difficult, or just really, really scary. But there's no need to get scared. If you've done your homework, meaning you're planning for it, this is a two-way street. This is an opportunity for you to also point out what is going well, what you think you really delivered well on, and constructively point out anything you think you could improve on. And if you've prepared that before they do anything, you might be able to head it off at the pass, but you may also be able to accept the fact that there's quite some feedback within there that you came up with yourself, which is always more palatable. Now, I think also it's very important that you recognise language is everything. So try not to go in there putting yourself on the back foot from the very beginning. I know I'm not good at everything. I know I didn't do something at all well. These are very strong statements, going in with more of an upbeat sense of, well, I think I did this particular project particularly well, and here's a few examples, but what might be more constructive is if I had, and therefore get ready to say what you are willing to learn or what you think you could improve on. And I'm still a very strong believer that there is a very big difference between constructive feedback, aka a critique, and criticism. And what you don't want is to feel that you're on the receiving end of too much criticism. So go in there prepared, go in there with a planned head of what it is you'd also like to be able to say, particularly if the business could improve in some way, shape or form, and go in with a few constructive suggestions about how that might be done, and you are probably going to find that meeting will go well. And if it doesn't, learn from it, appreciate what it is that you need, maybe have a bit of a think about that, and let's have a chat if I can help. So take care everyone, bye for now.